Hey everyone, Javert here for HitFilm. Today I'm going to be showing you how you can add glitch and RGB split effects into your videos without using any outside stock footage. This effect is entirely possible in both HitFilm Pro and Express. Let's start by creating a new composite shot as well as a plane. Add the fractal noise effect onto it. In the controls panel, change the type to wood and the interpolation to block. This changes the way that the noise is rendered. Basically what we're creating in this composite shot is the distortion pattern that will be used later on, so we want to make it pretty chaotic and unpredictable. I'll start by changing the seed, activate keyframes, skip to the end of the timeline, and change the number. The higher you make this, the faster the noise will change. Moving on down to the transform properties. The scale is a good one to have animated, so I'll keyframe that too. I don't have any sort of plan in my head when I do this. I just skip a few frames forward and adjust the slider to something random. When you have enough keyframes, you can copy and paste them all to create even more erratic movement. Another trick is to highlight all of the keyframes and set them to constant. This means there won't be any interpolation between each of them. It'll pop from one value to another, which will be less smooth. I'll move up a bit and do the same thing for the position, adding random values at different points, then copying and pasting the keyframes. We're not done with this comp yet, but to show you what we've achieved so far and how it's going to work, let's create a new comp. And drag the glitch texture composite shot into the timeline, as well as 2 more videos. Hide the texture comp. I'll add the set matte effect to the second layer, which is on top. In the controls panel, set the source layer to the glitch texture, and the matte source to luminance, since it's black and white. If I play it, you can see the beginnings of the glitch effect. But I don't want it to be constant. I'll keyframe the opacity to flicker in and out to my liking. Set these keyframes to constant. I want to go back into the glitch texture comp and add some more detail. In the transform values, you'll find the axis scale, to stretch the texture horizontally or vertically. Same as before, I'll keyframe this to change quickly and at random. Continue keyframing the many different values of the fractal noise to get as much variation as you want. You can also experiment with the other types, like throw in a marble or an energy type, and then change the blend mode to see how it looks. Let's move on to the RGB split effect. Once you've got the glitches all sorted, create 3 grade layers. Name them red, green, and blue. I'll hide 2 of them and add the tint effect to the top red layer. Increase the amount to 100% and set the map white to red. Change the layer's blend mode to lighten so that it appears invisible. Now add a shake effect, and you can start to see it on the video. I just want it to move on one axis. Go into the individual controls and turn down the X or Y value and the tilt shake. This will cause it to move only left and right, or up and down. Copy these 2 effects. Hide the red layer, and paste them onto the green. It'll be red since you just copied it, but go into the tint settings and change it to green. In the shake settings, change the seed so that it moves differently. Set the layer's blend to lighten. Repeat this 1 more time for the blue layer. If I turn all three of these on and zoom in, you can see the effect. In addition to the videos glitching out and breaking up, they should also be displaced a little bit. Create a grade layer, place it above the first video, and add the displacement effect to it. Similar to the set matte effect, change the source layer to the glitch texture, and the types to luminance. Adjust the horizontal and vertical displacement sliders to see the effect. You can copy and paste the opacity keyframes from video 2 onto this grade. The most important thing with this effect is to keep stacking and combining levels of distortion, displacement, and color. The more random you make it, the more realistic it will appear. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed the tutorial. If you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment below. Subscribe for weekly filmmaking and visual effects tips, and I'll see you all in the next video.